backwards. Instead of addressing the problem itself, you go in to address people that are not even part of the problem. Yeah, because my friend did nothing. Why is he a problem? Why is he cause of concern? The problem should be the person that did what is not right. That's who you're supposed to address and make him, do what is right, what is ideal of him. But you bothering, my friend, you bothering me about things that you don't have to bother me about, that you don't have to bother him and his family about. You have to address the person that is responsible. And this is the only way we could correct our society. That's the only way we could get solution to what is happening. People cannot do wrong, and then you come up with excuses and making whatever nonsense. That is not correct. And that cannot happen. Other people are in mile 2 who, stole as little as 5, a joint. They took as little as a joint of cannabis, and they are in mile 2. They've been incarcerated in mile 2. Others have stolen as little as a mobile phone, and they are in mile 2. Others have done very little things. They kept in remand, and they have been going back and forth to court for years. Those people don't have one to speak for them. They don't have one to call other people bothering them about. That's why they are in mile 2. And those that have, a lot of, a huge entourage to speak for them will want to kill or bury things, whilst others are in mile 2. How will our society change? How will our society be progressive? How are we going to live in a progressive society if that is the kind of behavior we are going to encourage? I am not very vast, with Islamic knowledge. I'm not very vast with Islamic knowledge, but I know little. Yeah, I know little. And you cannot talk to me about, Islam, blah, 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 blah. I know little. I'm not very vast, but I know little about Islam. And I know little about what is right, about law, what is right. Even when I am, I've never sat in a law classroom, but I know what is right. I know what is legal. Yeah? So you cannot tell me Islam, blah, blah, blah. Islam never said that. Islam said that if killing one person will be a solution to saving the lives of 100 other people, you have to kill that person, because if you do not, 100 other people are going to die. 100 other people are going to die. That's Islam. So if one person has been doing this kind of behavior and victimizing and taking advantage of other people on the basis of a privilege, the privilege of education, I have always said this. Going to school is a privilege. Nobody has to brag about it. Yeah? Nobody has to brag about going to school. It is a privilege. And I'm saying this not out of jealousy, because I cannot be jealous of someone else. I am educated as well. Yeah? I'm educated and I have graduate education. So I cannot speak out of jealousy. I'm speaking on the basis of what is right. You cannot take the advantage of the privilege of being educated against other people and victimize them and distort them, extort money from them, and then go to sleep. That's unacceptable, and that cannot happen. That cannot happen. It will not happen as well. So don't call me. Like I said, if you call me to beg to do this, I will post about you, because I will know that you are an accomplice. You are an enabler of what is not right. So you don't have to call me. You don't have to call my friend. If you call my friend saying that this has to be, I will know that you are an accomplice, and I'm going to publish about you. I'll make a publication about you, because what I ask for is very simple. What I ask for is very simple. Yesterday I said, when I posted this yesterday, I hid this name. I hid this name. When I made the post about the other lawyer, I didn't do that. I didn't hide that lawyer's name. I posted his picture. I posted the lawyer's picture. I posted his name. And nobody called me to tell me, bring down that lawyer's picture. Hide his name. Nobody told me. Because that lawyer, Amut Ndey mota owuñ ma pour wamane genel turam, genel natalam bi. Because Amut Ndey. Ko am Ndey, because kii dafa am deñ loolu moo tax ñii ñëw ne génneel post bi génn fi du ko fale. I'm not gonna do that. That itself will make me look like a corrupt person, because that itself is corruption. Like having a rule for this one and having another different rule for the other one. That's corruption. That is corruption. That is a failure of accountability. And I owe the responsibility on the people that follow me here. I owe them that responsibility to fulfill what I said. And the best thing, you see, in life, all of us, including myself, we have made wrongs in life. Yeah? We have made wrongs in life. And the only way to correct that is to first and foremost admit that you did wrong. Yeah? You admit that you did wrong, learn from the wrong that you did, and then work towards making yourself a better person. That's what it is in life. It is not about changing the message, making other stories, telling, all different stories. You don't. I am not stupid. Yeah? People that know me in person, that interacted with me in person, know that I am not stupid. And they know that I am very meticulous. Look out on the dictionary what the word meticulous means. They know. Check the dictionary and look for the meaning of the word meticulous. People that know me in person, and they know that I am very meticulous. So I don't just say things without being sure that this is exactly what happened. Yeah? So you cannot make a different story when I already know what happened. I already know what happened. So making a different story will only make problems for you, create more problems for you. And the solution is to admit that what happened was wrong. And I will understand as a human being that, yeah, you now admit that you did wrong. I will understand that, because myself, I am not immune to doing wrong. And then when you admit that you do wrong, then you apologize to show that you regretted what you did. And I will understand as well as a human being that when I do wrong, I have to admit and then apologize to show regret of what I did. And you report yourself to the police, leadership as a responsibility on you, because you are a senior police officer, an officer whom many other junior officers look up to you. Many other junior officers look up to you. And by virtue of that responsibility, you owe it to the police fraternity, to the security fraternity, and to the whole of young people that look up to you, and to the Gambia as a whole, and to every other person that you worked with, whom you seniored, and whom you were colleagues with. You owe them that responsibility by reporting yourself to the Gambia Police Force. That I have failed my duty. I have failed myself. This is why I'm reporting myself. As simple as that. When you do this, I have no other thing to do. The rest will be for the Gambia Police Force to do what they ought to do. And the people that are, very skeptical and very, how will I call it? Very concerned and eager to know what exactly transpired are not going to hear it from me. They're not going to hear it from me if you do these three. But if you refuse to do these three, tomorrow by 12 p.m. Gambian time, inshallah, I am going to detail exactly what happened. And that is even going to make it worse for you. It is even going to make it worse for you. So you choose which is best for you. To record a video, explain in detail what happened, and accept that what you did is wrong, apologize for it, refund the money that you collected, refund everything that you collected back to Tijan, and report yourself to the police. That's not difficult. That's not difficult at all. That will even preserve some of your reputation. That will preserve some of what you need. But if you refuse to do that, I'm going to post tomorrow a detailed explanation of what happened. And when I post that, you will regret for the rest of your life why you refuse to do what is right. You don't take advantage of people. You don't take advantage of people. So that's not difficult. You have to do that. In 12 p.m. tomorrow Gambian time, 12 p.m., I am going to put a detailed explanation of what happened. Detailed explanation of what happened. Not only that, I'm going to write a petition. Yeah, I'm going to write a petition to the National Assembly Select Committee to make sure that your, confirmation as a commissioner of the Anti-Corruption Commission is revoked, that you are removed, because you cannot be an anti-corruption commissioner when you are already taking bribes of 65,000. If corruption cases of millions of dollars is come, you're going to get millions through the same means. So you're going to be out, revoked. Your confirmation as an anti-corruption commissioner is going to be revoked. I will write a petition to the National Assembly Select Committee. They will have a choice to preserve the integrity of the institution, that is the National Assembly, over you going out, or keeping you and put the integrity of the National Assembly, to question. That will be their choice. And I will also write a petition to the Gambia Legal Council and ensure that they get you debarred, because you have filled the responsibility of upholding the law without affection or ill will. You feel the responsibility of doing what is right, of being judicious, of being the voice of the voiceless. You feel that. So I'm going to write a petition to the Gambia Legal Council. You will be debarred and no more, accepted to practice law. Not just in the Gambia, but anywhere else. You will not practice law again. And I'm going to write a petition to the Gambia Police Force to institute an investigation and prosecution for you, so that you will be an example to many others within the prosecution team, whom I already know, that are corrupt and doing this, taking advantage of accused persons. Somebody is already accused and supposed to go to trial. You take money from that person and run the case, up and down, adjournment upon adjournment. That's what they do. I will write a petition to the Gambia Police Force. They're going to institute an investigation and prosecution against you. It will be left with the Gambia Police Force to decide on whether they are to preserve the integrity of the Gambia Police Force by doing what is needful, or to, let you be. That will be their choice. And I'm also going to write a petition to the United Nations, your former office. I'm going to write a letter, a petition there, to inform them that their former employee, who was a senior senior corruption officer, is a person that was never qualified to hold that position by virtue of the lack of integrity that he has. I will write a petition to them. So before all of that, you know what to do. As simple as that. 3 conditions that you have to fulfill. And the choice is yours. And you could do whatever. Yeah? You could do whatever. I told you yesterday. I already saw your intentions. And if you try that, that will be the greatest regret of your life. That will be the greatest regret of your life. I told my friend what I saw day before yesterday morning. So if you try that, that will be the greatest regret of your life. Iba falko ningalonu sumahamon. You will never do it. So it's easy. Take up. You are a trained officer. The trained officers are brave to do what the ordinary people cannot do. And this is simple. This is simple. You are a trained officer. Be brave. Stand in front, record a video, and explain what transpired. And then apologize for what happened. Refund all the money that you collected from the criminal. Refund the money back to him. You see the reason why he is not, making a refund of the 1.2 million that he took is because he knew that he bribed officers that will have his back. That's why he is not refunding the money. But if you refund the money back to him, he will know that he has no officer's back. No officer has his back yet again. And then he will make sure that he gets the money paid. So you have to refund the money tomorrow. Refund the money tomorrow. Send me screenshots of you refunding the 65,000 and every other money that you collected from him back to him. Because I am told that you gave him money. He gave you money cash. that I cannot account for because there is no evidence of that. But there is evidence of the screenshots of the transfers that was sent to you. So you have to refund that. And send me screenshots to show me that you or to any person that you have made the refund. And report yourself to the Gambia Police Force. That's what you're supposed to do. And in fact, the lawyer that oversaw, the transaction and all of these people, I gave them until February 28th, the end of February, that they're going to refund the 1.2 million. Not even a butut less. 1.2 million has to be all refunded back by February 28th. If not, the lawyer that oversaw the transaction will never practice law again. And not only that, he will have a lot more, soup to deal with. So don't call me, don't tell me, bring the post down, do this, do that. I'm not bringing the post down. In fact, the post is being screenshotted and shared and said everywhere. So me bringing the post down is me running away from accountability. So I'm not going to bring it down. I'm not going to bring the post down. And also, I am not going to change the course that I am taking unless and until the conditions are fulfilled. He could do what is up because now everybody know what happened. Everybody know what happened. So let him do the needful. You that are calling me and calling my friend, you could call him instead. Help him. And then let him do what he's supposed to do. This will be a lesson to many young Gambians. I have always said this many times. That life is steps. Yeah? Life is like, a ladder. It is steps. You have to go through the steps to attain fulfillment in life, to attain success, to attain whatever you want to get in life. If you want to rush that, you're going to get a problem. One day or the other, you're going to get a problem. And also, you don't have to envy people that you see on the internet with what they are doing. Don't envy me. Don't want to be like me because you don't know my story. Don't want to be like me. Do work and work hard to be like yourself. Do not want to be like me because you don't know my story. You don't know how I got to where I am. Don't want to be like me. Pursue being yourself because you don't know my story. Don't want to be like whoever it is that you saw on the internet or you see doing whatever. Don't want to be like that person because you don't know who that person is and what that person went through and what the person did. Don't envy anybody that you see on the internet. You don't know how he or she became whatever he or she is, what he or she has done to get whatever he or she had. Don't envy them. And be content. Be very content with what you have. If you have $50 rightly, you are content with it, the $50 is gonna, is gonna do good to you, that you will be very happy of, than the person that had $1 million the wrong way will do. This guy that did this scam took 1.2 million, but that money is being messed up. Why? Because the money was not gained the right way. The money was not gained the right way. That's why the money is messed up. That's why the money is being messed up, because it was not gained the right way. So don't envy people that you see, and do not pursue, the fake life and wanting to be what you are not and wanting to get what you cannot get. Don't do it. Whether you are a man or a woman, don't do it. Don't do it. Be content and work hard and pursue what is right. You're gonna get what is right. I always give examples about myself as a way of encouraging people, as a way of inspiring people to do that. I never thought that I'll be where I am. I never thought and I never believed that I'll get what I got. Like many of you that have inheritance, I could have folded my hands and said that I'm going to get inheritance. And yes, I did get inheritance from my father. But I didn't stop at that to say that I'm going to fold my hands to wait for inheritance. No, I worked hard and I planned for the future that I want. And I closed my eyes to what I see other people doing, because I don't want to be like them. I don't know what situation they are in. And that's why I am myself. And that's why I am where I am. But if you want to be like other people, you are poor like me, you want to drive expensive car like other people, you don't know how they have, You're going to do what is not right, to drive an expensive car. You want to live in an expensive apartment or expensive house. Like other people, you don't know how they got money to do that. You're going to do whatever to buy an expensive house or live in an expensive house. And someday, that behavior of yours, those actions of yours will become a problem for you, will become a burden for you. So you have to be content to what you can afford and work hard to get in what you want in life. Work hard to get in what you want in life. Every day, the guy that I have, I could call the best friend of mine. This guy is, is not even, sophisticated, whatever. But the guy is the one I could call as a best friend. Why? Because he is honest. He is very honest. I give him a lot of money. Yeah? I send him a lot of money. And he does exactly what I say. And this guy is true to what he means. He's true to what he means. And I always tell him every day, be content. Be content. So definitely, I am human being like you. I will understand. Why so definitely dinaham lodef. I always remind him that. And I always tell every young person, I tell them that you have to be content. Don't rush life. You come from a poor family and you want to live a luxurious lifestyle, a flamboyant lifestyle, like people whose generations, 3 generations were wealthy. You cannot do that. You cannot do that. You want to have the latest iPhone when you cannot even afford the cost of rent. The people are changing iPhone every day, have family everywhere, and are giving them money everywhere. You cannot compete with those people. You want to live that kind of life, you're going to put yourself in problem. You get yourself in trouble. And that is the reason why all of this is happening. That's the reason why all of this is happening. Most of these people that engage in this kind of corrupt behavior are people that come from humble background, from poor backgrounds, and want to be rich overnight. They are the people that do these kind of things. The people that come from corrupt, humble backgrounds and choose to be corrupt overnight to become wealthy, they do this kind of behavior. They do this kind of behavior. This is not the first time. The people that work with me at the hospital, you ask them, they're going to tell you. I had a similar case like this. My colleague, went on, went abroad to escort a patient. The person didn't work for the days. I've been responsible for the, request for the allowances. I omitted those days that the person didn't work for. I omitted those days. And people are watching this, they're going to tell you, go ask them. Or you could go to the hospital and ask them. They're going to tell you, I omitted those days. I removed them because he didn't work for them. The allowance is not salary. Allowance is paid for service. You do, you pay, you get paid. So the person didn't work for those days. I omitted those days. The expectation was that when the person comes back, the person is gonna get the travel, per diem that was given to the person, and also come and get paid allowance of what the person didn't work for. I said, no, that's not gonna happen. So I omitted the person's name for those days that were not worked for. And when the pay was less than what was expected, the person asked the accountant, and they said this was what was filled. And the person asked them why, said, go ask the person that completed the form. And when the person came to ask, I told the person straight on the face, you didn't work for those days. I said you didn't work for those days. And in fact, those days were already paid for because the per diem that you are paid covers those days. It was a fight. It was a fight. And I took the person to the police station. The person was kept in police. The person was kept in detention. The whole hospital were begging me. The whole hospital were begging me. Because the economic charges laws were there. The person would have gone to prison. They were begging me to get the person out, to bail, because the police told them that the person can only be released if I give that authorization. The people are here. You go ask them. Go ask Mr. Jame, Dukes. I don't know if he's still at the hospital. Dukes. He will tell you. Or you ask Dr. Abubakar Jan, Prajan. He's going to tell you. And in fact, when people heard about the story, even without hearing everything, the moment they heard it is about Tekanyi, they said, he's right. Because they know me. They know me. Even the spouse of the person, the moment the spouse heard about it, the spouse said, Tekanyi is right. Because they know me. They know me. This is not forced. They know me. And I've done that to people who are ministers. I have held Fatou Lamin Faye, who was Minister of Education, came and refused to greet us when we were sitting. And she asked, nobody answered. She asked me, I am speaking to her. I said, you didn't greet us. You didn't greet us. Why would we answer to you? She said she's going to go to the CMD. I told her I could escort you to the CMD. I could escort you to the CMD and tell you to where the CMD is. And then you tell the CMD what happened. And then I'll tell the CMD and see what will happen. And many other stories. So this is not the first time. People have to do what is right. Yeah? I don't envy people. Everything that I have is my own effort. My own hard work that make me get that. So I don't envy. And I want everybody, every young Gambian, to live that kind of life. Live a life that is cut according to your reach. Yeah? That is fit according to your reach, where you could reach. Live that life. Don't live a luxurious lifestyle that you cannot afford. Once you try living a luxurious lifestyle that you cannot afford, you're going to be in trouble. Live the life that you could reach, and you will never be in trouble. But you want to live, a life that is expensive. Every day you present whatever it is on the internet. A fake, way of living. Someday, what you are doing will come out. Someday, what you are doing will come out. And like I said, 12 p.m. Gambian time tomorrow, if the video is not posted, the money is not refunded, I am going to put a detailed explanation of what happened. Detailed explanation. And I'm also going to write petitions. This is about the future of our country. This is a guy who is being confirmed to be a commissioner of an anti-corruption commission. You know how important that is? A commissioner of an anti-corruption commission. He will be responsible for the pursuance of justice, prosecution, and all of that. That person being involved in something like this, what will that be? He will be asking millions of dollars from corrupt people to buy his way. He will be asking millions of dollars from corrupt people. If he could, request 65,000 from, an everyday criminal, an ordinary criminal, how much will he be asking from the certified criminals, the sophisticated criminals? Millions of dollars. That's what he's going to ask for. Why? Because he wants to finance a lifestyle that is not right. He wants to finance a lifestyle that is expensive. He wants to finance a lifestyle that he cannot afford. He wants to finance a lifestyle that is too costly to maintain. A lifestyle that is too costly to maintain. If you are very observant of me, I very rarely praise people. If you are observant of me, I very rarely praise people, whether they have appointments or whatever. Very rarely do that. If you are observant, you will realize I very rarely praise people, because I have dealt with human beings and I understand human beings. Many of the people being anti-corruption, whatever here on the internet, are very fake people, because I have direct experience with them. There are people here who owe me money. Yeah? There are people here who owe me money. Money that I gave them for them to have a betterment in life, for them to start something that will change their life. But they never refunded. There are people here who I started stuff to help them have a way. They never fulfilled that. There are people here who I patronize. They never do that. But they are all every day on the internet, talking about corruption, about, give the youths the opportunity. The youths of the Gambia are more corrupt. I say this every time. The youths of the Gambia are more corrupt than the older people. In fact, the corruption in government is being spearheaded by the young people. They are the errand runners. They run the errands. The young people that you keep seeing every day, give the opportunity to the young people. They are the people that run the errands for corruption. Yeah, I have said this about the civil society organizations. The CSOs that are every day writing nonsense and speaking nonsense. They themselves are very corrupt. They inflate budgets. They inflate budgets of workshops. And the money goes to their pockets. And every day they are out there talking about corruption. Talking about corruption. Even, Gambia participate. I told them. I said, you talking about corruption every day, but you have never published the activity report of Gambia Participate. Gambia Participate is registered in the name of Gambians. Whatever you are doing, you're doing it for Gambians. And when you are doing it for Gambians, you have to report back to the Gambians that this is what we are doing. This is what we are doing. It is registered for Gambians in the name of Gambians. That's why it's called Gambia Participate. Even if it has another name, it's registered for Gambians. So it's expected of them to have an activity report, to have a financial report. But that is not available. And every day they're talking about corruption. They're talking about corruption and they're roaming the world through Gambian people's name. And money and donation or whatever they get in the name of Gambians is not reported. I have proposed many times. The Gambian government must institute a law or a policy that every civil society organization that is registered in the Gambia, for it to have a renewal, whether annual renewal or biannual renewal of their, registration, they must provide an activity report, an annual activity report, an annual financial report, and also a report stipulating that the civil society organization is a functional organization. A functional organization must have a structure. It must have a board. It must have an executive. And it must hold meetings. For it to be an organization, it must have a board, must have, executive and meetings, must hold meetings. So if you register a civil society organization and you don't hold meetings, you don't have an executive, you don't have a board, how is that a civil society organization? How is that a civil society organization? I have said this many times. The Gambia government must institute that law that every civil society organization that is registered in the Gambia must have an activity report every year, must have a financial report every year, must show, the documentation of the activity of the executive and the board, the meetings that they have, for them to qualify for renewal of registration. If they don't do that, everybody will become a CEO of a civil society organization. Everybody will become an executive director of a civil society organization. Why? Because it is true that way they could get money from donors in the name of Gambians and then they put it in their pockets. They could get money from donors in the name of Gambians and put it in their pocket. I'll tell you this funny story. And the guy is here. He's my friend and my brother from Jara. Usman, he's called Usman Dabo. He's a nurse and in the U.S. Army. Usman wanted to donate to my foundation. He wanted to donate money to my foundation. And I told him, unfortunately, we're trying to open an account. But there are so many, things they're asking, so we cannot open an account. He said he's going to send me the money for me to put it in my account. I said, no. I said, that cannot be because the money is for the foundation. It's not for me. Putting it in my account is illegal and it's not right. It's unethical. I told him you could hold on to the money until when we have an account for the foundation that you could put it in the foundation. Usman is here. You could ask Usman. Usman Dabo is here. You ask him, he's going to tell you. That you cannot put, like I could have said, yeah, put the money in my account because the foundation is me. I am the one doing all the financing. I could have said that. But that's not ethical. That's not right. That's illegal to do. You cannot collect money for a foundation, which is for helping people, and put it in your personal account. You don't do that. You don't do that. So I told him to hold on to the money. It's like over a year now. Over a year now. I could have said that. I don't. That's how we're supposed to. We need to be ethical. I am not saying that I am perfect. Me, I'm a crazy guy outside Facebook. Eh? I'm a crazy guy outside Facebook. But I try as much as possible to do what is right. To do what is right. I'm constantly reminding myself about doing what is right. About doing what is right. Even people that I share blood, daman nampa jolen, because I'm the eldest. Nampa jolen. I always tell them what is right. When they do what is wrong, I tell them that you cannot do this. You cannot do this. Ask Pafamara, he's my friend. Not even my friend, he's my brother now. Ask him, he's gonna tell you. People that I share the same breast, I tell them that what you did is not right. Much more people that I don't even know. So don't call me again, telling me that bring the post down. No. You call the person that is involved. Don't call my friend or the wife to tell them blah, 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 blah. They did nothing. It's me that is doing it. So you come and, wherever you have, don't tell me, don't tell them. Go to the person that is involved. Tell the person to do what is needful. Because tomorrow, 12 p.m., I am going to put a post detailing everything that happened. And I'm going to write petitions. And it will be left to the responsible, to the respective institutions to do what is right. If they choose to, fine. If they don't, so be it. But I would have already done my part. That's it. So I will be studying for a quiz tomorrow. I don't want anybody to bother me, to call me, bring the post down, blah, 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 blah. Don't do that. Don't call me. Don't bother me. Yeah? I have a quiz tomorrow to study for. So I'll be busy about that. And this video, I'm going to download this video and post it again because Facebook deletes the video after 30 days. So I'm going to download this video, post it again for the sake of accountability. So that tomorrow, people, if I die, people will see the video and know that this is what happened. Yeah? For accountability sake. So I'm going to download this video and share it here. But let this also be a lesson. Because I know, other than this person, there is another person who does the same thing. And the person is also a senior officer in the police. The person is also a senior officer in the police. And I know about it. So you have to be careful. You cannot take advantage of people. When people are accused, they are innocent until they are proven guilty. You don't take advantage of them. You don't take advantage of their situations. You don't. You don't. You don't. And we will make sure that things are done right. Like I told the lawyer that oversaw the transaction, 28th of February, 28th of February, Inshallah Rabbi, if we meet that day, 28th of February, on or before the 28th of February, the 1.2 million must be refunded, completely refunded. 1.2 million must be completely refunded on or before the 28th of February. So you have a whole month to work out the refund. People cannot sweat for their money and then you sit in the Gambia, ya aliyela kudo bataria. What is Sodla? What is Sodla? Molila do kudo. Me, I know this family, okay? These people that you defrauded, I know this family. If the wife is out on night walk, the husband is at home taking care of the kids. If the husband is out on night, the wife is at home taking care of the kids. They sweat for the money like that. They give you 1.2 million, you want to do nonsense. Oh, battery at the It's not going to happen. And I have to say this. I'm never scared. I am never scared. Because I believe in destiny. I believe in minyanta sotla, wolva sotla. So I'm not scared. I'm not worried about everything. Nalla fakara, alita muro mbe, like the best of marabus. Muro mim kira muro bila muro, alita oya. Nasi dala sajado kang. Nasi dala sajado kang alata sabayumuta. Ah? Nasi dala sajado kang alata sabayumuta. The moment I to sabayumuta, dabakalam tel kohaning, manya natalaji. Lungo night sabayumuta, dabakalam tel ko manya natalaji. Aka alamin dani, nta fanan ko alal dani. Aka alamin dani, nta ko alal dani. The God that he or she will be praying to is the same God that I pray to every day. So nasita sajado kan akakata sabayo le nika. Aba fama ba kala mutala ko nyi mari one thing. So you could Allah fatala Dawuda you go there. What I said is very simple. I'm not scared of anybody. BBB nimfata. Umunti kerolt. Umunti kerolt. BBB nimfata umunti kerolt. Because that's what we are waiting for. The world is not getting any better. Our world is not getting any better. It's getting more and more difficult. So you remain on the right path and do what is right. As simple as that. Kana motonye. Ikana motonye. Kana mulla, wandi fenta. Mi manke tati. Ikana, hadume yaman betia. Ikana hadume. Etiye min sotono yes munyoni sabaro mutaoto. Ye wasa. Bul jël lo momut. Bul togn ken. Te MC lo muna am. Important na trop. Nika gor tamit. So ame jiko bobu nono rek do sona si aduna. You will never be, you will never be, like have difficulties in life. Never. You will never have difficulties in life. But so ne do nika gor. Danga jël lo amne momu loko. Danga nika di togn nit di jay dole jay ñaka fayda ak jay ñaka am tegin. Ding ko gis de. Ding ko gis because togn bowed. 14,000 pounds sterling, that's not little money. You know that? 14,000 pounds sterling, that's not little money. That is not little money. Tonye di roman betea, alkana mulla tarota. Mol muno kabalu wandi tarola. Ibuka na faje dunia. Ibuka dunia te lakire batara jefana. So don't live on what is not yours. Okay? So that's where I will end it. Mo kanan kumandi ka fanyo ko post jindi blah 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 blah. Don't do that because it keep all button. It keep all button. Nteming for is very simple and straightforward, and that is the easiest even. Nteming for is the easiest. Because now okay, I'm not writing any petition. I will wait to see what the people in authority are going to do. But now I'm going to write a petition, and the petition will be justified. Except if the institutions are not ready to do what is right. But if they are ready to do what is right, he will be debarred. No more practice law. And be, removed from police. And be prosecuted to serve as an example to every other officer and every other ordinary Gambian and public servant for that matter that is doing corrupt practices, milking the sweat of people and going to sleep. That is going to end. It's going to end. All right? Okay. You all take care and have a very excellent day. Until then, be safe. Bye-bye. Peace.
Bum nekk di wala la wax ñew leen ngeen joy UDP ñu génné réew mi té du loolu la wax té du midi mi nga wax
yes no let's
no waxu ne déglu ma rek dafa ne ñew leen ngeen joy UDP way waxu ne su leena ñew joy man dama resign parti li
nobody is talking when the ignorant conversation do not have a debate on that. That is ignorancy. Because if lawyer Dabo went, lawyer Dabo is smart enough and sometimes bro a conversation si sa yow dafa tax yow ci sa bop yow mi support United Democratic Party is an insult pour nga am a debate bo xamne Alhaji Ousainou Dabo taxaw na he got every qualification health wise and all the qualification pour mu taxaw as a candidate or a flag bearer of United Democratic Party and United Democratic Party Gisco he got the majority vote so fagnani Alhaji Ousainou Dabo Yabewut United Democratic Party Yabo Hamne he will go and have a conversation with a coalition Bohamne. He is thinking of resign. If people are thinking of Alhaji Ousainou Dabo going to resign or he's going to resign, that is a joke.
I'm not telling you that. I'm not telling you that. Listen.
What did you say then?
Listen, if somebody is talking like you got to listen, what I'm talking about. Man lumala nekk di wax dama la ne parti ñi ngay dégg ni ñepp seen problème yépp Ousainou Dabo la. Then they take us confession.
That is not true. That is not true. That is false information. Not some people. Because I'm gonna that is not true. No, like maybe people misinterpret what people. No. Listen, bro. I'm telling you, man. I am a member of APP Sobeya. I believe on the agenda of APP Sobeya. But I believe Alhaji Ousainou Dabo to lead a coalition Bohamne is a coalition based by talk and morals and respect and integrity. When he ruled that coalition can go. He is a leader. Nobody is saying or denying. I never denied Alhaji Ousainou Dabo is a leader. Alhaji Ousainou Dabo is a leader.
Sobea is ready to join with lawyer
we already had that conversation. That's what I'm saying. I'm not like people can be ranting upstairs, not knowing what is happening downstairs.
No, don't say that. Don't say that. Don't say that, bro.
I'm not talking
we
about
are watching every time, bro.
No. Malang, you're not understanding. Wahu malade, damanela. People are ranting upstairs, more like Balak. Balak, he don't know earlier. He doesn't know what he was saying. Everything that he was saying, he have no clue about what he was saying. Dafa ñëw toog rek moom wax na ba dugal boppam ba génnewaat boppam gisul benn leader moom mu ne gisul benn leader ñëwaat tàggane Alaaji Ousainou Darboe papaam la te he is a good guy and he's a good leader and now yet you said again in your own words ne yow gisuloo leader I'm talking to those people but I'm not talking to you mi nga xam ne you have a concern about coalition concern bi nga am noonu about APP Sobeya yow xamal ni APP Sobeya never sent away a coalition, but he always sent away a coalition bohamni without morals, integrity, and the face of Gambians. Not coalition bohamni, coalition with put padla. Young man understand. Coalition bohamni tay, coalition bohamni tay is the biggest mistake in that country. Adama Barrow is the biggest mistake that Gambia can ever have in this world. Man ma wax lolu. And I know man tam na ta ma wax lolu.
moom tam manela dama la ne boo déguloo pa bi lum nekk di wax ñëw leen ngeen join UDP ñu def coalition bi léegi yow Sobeya bi dafa indi programme am moom su joine moom la idea am yëpp la moo teg understand moo tam manela foofu noonu waxtaan moo fa dee am waaye dama dee dégga fii nii parce que ñu ñëpp social media leen nekka lu dee wax suñ buggee def coalition seen parti leader dafa wàcca ñu ñëw vote kuy def flag bearer si coalition bi. That cannot be possible, man, bro.
Now, hamga two things la Gambian people fail to understand and they don't know the definition. Moy hamga lan. Moy kailen anda at man, at kailen you anda dubena. Kailen anda at man, moy come and rally behind me, which is endorsement. Kailen you anda is something called coalition. Gis nga, and you said it in your words, ngane Alaaji Ousainou Darboe mune. Kailen you under, waxut Kailen anda ak man. Xam nga tay these are the things yoo xam ne Gambian people fail to understand. Gambia yëpp xam nañ ni United Democratic Party always comes second in all the politics man yi nga xam ne fekke naa ko Gambia.
Yeah.
So which means statistically, which means okay, United Democratic Party have numbers. Nobody gonna deny that in Gambia. Who denied me UDP among numbers? They are joking. Could deny the United Democratic Party Falut Adama Barrow, people are joking. Could deny the United Democratic Party Defut Ahmed Talib Bensouda Nimel, people are joking. Could deny the United Democratic Party Defut Rahim Ali Glo and Yankuba Dabo. Nobody knows these people. These are the honest to God things. I'm gonna tell you, man, I don't have problem with UDP. I have problem with the programs of United Democratic Party because all the results are not showing the way that Gambia wanna go. Man, this is my problem. I don't have no problem with the party, the structure of the party, the policies of the party, but I have problems. Yinga hamni tay, my party policies programs execution of those programs and policies is not helping the country. Which means
no, why you are saying that?
Fogolone suñ gaay ñoñu dé film suñ gaay ñu dé
xam nga yow yaa ma déglu thank you xam nga yow yaa ma déglu waaye maa lang dégluwul xam nga yow déglu nga bu baax li ma wax because the production that United bro gis nga ku waxal dëgg yàlla xam nga tey ñun dañ dee wax ñu nañ waa yéen da ngeen man dégg naa ko ci plateforme yu bari barki démb rek jigéen wax na ma ko maa ngi ko déglu si suuf mu ne ma yow maa si fili dañ bañ Alaaji Ousainou Darboe. If I tell you reality, exactly. If I tell you reality, bro, gis nga Gambia. Dafa am loo xam ne benn form boo xam ne tey we have to understand and we have to know it as Gambians.
No, man bro, man dafa am lu ma la bëgg a laaj.
Waaw waxal.
Yow UDP seen policy bi ak seen li bi yow ban lan nga mën a wax loolu moo tax moo xamante ne nekkul support nekkul dimbale Gambia.
First the production.
Which kind of
United? Okay, with the production, United Democratic Party produced.
Manja coming for Tonyale, what the production?
The production, United Democratic Party produced Adama Barrow. Yo, Adama Barrow is your biggest problem right now.
Yeah.
Is your biggest problem. No, hold on.
No. am lo lan mo nekk di taw
mole diam non dalbe Gambia lay no ali sati ando mole diam no
okay ni na ta jibe ni ko Adama Barrow
manjam please
ni ko Adama Barrow UDP lo produce anata mol film Adama Barrow wato mi na
nsa nyini kano question la mom please
yeah nyini ngabo
okay brother Lord,
you can come, you know.
Is it Lord or Lad? I don't know.
It's Lord of Darkness. I'm taking all the dark people in the Gambia out. And that is my mission. My mission is getting all the darkness in that Gambia. That's why I'm Lord of Darkness. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Comme ka yow mun nga lolu kay nga def ko. Okay, man luma lay wax degala Adama Barrow si parti UDP la joge. Te si parti UDP la nekon. Yeah? Te UDP mota mu mel lu mel fum neka fa waaye remember ne Adam Barrow bu muy neka president dafa resign si parti UDP coalition bi moko indi coalition moko taxawal dafa resign si parti UDP coalition moko taxawal parti UDP la jógee waaye gaay dañ vote so UDP win because ñun ñëpp xam na te si the Farisan si party UDP si coalition moko taxawal remember
my harama laaj may one thing may xam nga li nga wax nangul na la ko right boy ba ma may li rek may xam nga ni tamit Adama Barrow mi resign ci United Democratic Party 2021 mu taxawal bopam xam nga naka la xam nga lan la Adama Barrow wine dafa ñew ci emotion ci Gambien ci ne len UDP moma dakh still now again dafa jaxase Gambien si ak United Democratic Party Gambia Adama Barrow dañ ko votal 2021 dañ ko yërem loolu la doon di comme maa ngi laa wax I don't know how to say this in Wolof but I'm just trying to give you a hint boo xam ne
you can say it in English you can say it in English
I just want to give you a hint boo xam ne tey lan moo waral tey Adama Barrow win xam nga ñu bari dañ dee wax ni because of we did not come together that's why Adama Barrow win no it's because of Adama Barrow génn na United Democratic Party mu ngi wanal Gambia ne leen hey man de United Democratic Party ñoo ma faloon jël nañ ma teg nañ ma paa bi ñëw na bëgg ma digal loo xam ne du ma ko def ma daaxal ko gis nga Gambia daaxal naa leen paa bi defal naa leen li ngeen bëgg yëpp UDP kaay leen ñi nga xam ne they were independent and ñi nga xam ne tey they come from United Democratic Party and the endorsement of all these little political parties including APRC join him lii moo tax Adama Barrow am a figure boo xam ne Gambian people don't even pay attention on that figure but it's one of the figure boo xam ne in the history of Gambian politics there is no politician even Yaya Jammeh ak ni meloon ci réew mi musuta amee those figures in that politics it's because of Adama Barrow United Democratic Party la génna gaa yaa ngi naan lawyer Darboe waxoon na 3 years bi ku ko wax ma challenge la court ñu leen ngi naan 3 years jot na ñu doon wax 3 years jot na ñu ngi ñëw tayal no dama laa just wax rek li nga xam ne moom mooy the equation nga jóge foofu noonu isi waatal nañu Talib Ahmed Bensouda xoolal Talib fracture bi mu def United Democratic Party and people are not even paying attention on all these little tiny things yoo xam ne is bringing factors and fractures yoo xam ne people like us ñun we go look into details we know ni Alhaji Ousainou Darboe is a good candidate. I respected United Democratic Party policy, constitution and bi nga xam ne tey there is no term limit. Boo xam ne tey somebody can be sitting right there and be voted in. Besa su ko yàlla neexee mu wàcca. I'm not having problems with that, but the structure, the production that y'all produce, they're not helping that.
Mema ma jansala tuuti looy wax ni dëgg la man UDP la te duma musa génn UDP depuis 96 maa ngi UDP waaye loo wax fii yëpp loolu yëpp dëgg la because comme maa si ñoom Barrow yi Barrow sax musu ñoom dañ def mistake sax pour def ko deputy trésor loolu sa mistake la xam nga nit dañ war a seega suñ gaay yi Talib tamit the same thing xoolal nu Ibrahima Diba Karafa Sonko Sirifo Sonko you name them Sabally tamit ñëw na ñu xëjal ko mu ñëw xoolal lu mu fa def gis nga léegi génn na gis nga léegi nu mu nekk di wax tamit jom cee moo booja ñëpp looy wax ni dëgg la dañu war a seet ñoo xam ne they are patriot leen ñu jox leen place waaye ñoo xam ne
waaye war nga xam ne sa doom bi nga jur sa ye bari yalo itingo mem fango yawulu bukala puru karaktalo nama yitandila
bara siatale memenna dingo asiatale dingo do din sifa serandol kono bakere because dingol million tol fenke is too much ntol lenyanda hakilo tula sign feel ka mem foten inente ko understand nti film na mandra party killing
ali bande na
abe sobe ale nde UDP nde motente bondino la UDP bara kamin voto nyala kara hakilo to fanan to no
kara ali bande na diamo conclude na fita so ay diamo no
okay
because yalla telbente dum after malanke ba na rafu voto yonde kam min fale rek coalition o namina yana ye bambu UDP koma yela police natina nakacha ko bonde that's it waye nin coalition do kabe fom la gambe ko mi like iba falante lele ko ala la nyaadon ko bonni no o kam dal ko ikantel nenne e kadum mollale adu wonene ta hapunda gambia kono fo gambia no so understand this is the fact ni atare tele UDP la position no UDP will go join with them without not telling them ala la party leader bondi no we are not in that man bro gambia no ka tonya jela ke la kan so coalition no ni la fa formula let them come and join UDP that's it yela police ngana ni mol winde to nyanda mulle maralay no ay senea wolam so no reke no la mo be move on na jibe limbe kala because of gambia fo se tonya la fo nga muru kuma kawon min nay no fo so la fo wolum tonya de hey ete mo wili talul be dina no la ete la mo worola ke ni mu ko le mi nga sinare mo be nyako but gambia no la fa diamo la ni na fikiya ni sondomo jahase nyol kono ndel bu ko ke ngo ni lumina billahi wallahi tallahi ni lumina UDP join day ko tel ndel la parti li la be resign ndem wala UDP la illa wala tallahi bro ke han dunia baya wulu even you go to America man bro trom la leader nyuma ba fala trom ya ko wato mi ne be carte fa ite be jila le ndel mi be join le kan ndel be lead la everywhere mo ya fanya jaw
lolu do musa am America because America they have two political party and one independent, so don't worry about America on that side. But dafa am ben question bu mala buga laaj dafa am lu mala buga laaj moy yange wax ne comme su fekkee ni dañ tànn keneen ci sa suma dégg ni soose da nga bàyyi United Democratic Party or what dafa am moo tax ma bëgg understand part boobu understand ma ko ci soose bi nga ko wax
wa lu ma la nekk di wax dama nekk di wax mané su nekkee UDP dafa nangoon
mu ne su fekkee paa bi dafa bugg a resign ne moom du taxaw moom pour benn xama ñu jiital keneen moom dafa bàyyi UDP loolu la wax
non comme lay bàyyi ma setal ko mu gën a xam dama ne suñu defee coalition ñoom ñu taxaw ne yeneen parti ñu taxaw ne ñu ne leen su ñoo join seen leader bi mooy nekk Ousainou Darboe dafa resign Ousainou Darboe ci jëlee step bi mu ne dafa resign pour coalition bi am man génne naa UDP billahi wallahi taala loolu du musa am hey doo yaaxal nit yi seen droit bi booy man suma right la comme like man dama feel ne man pa bi moo ma doyal ñun suñ leader la xam nga majority bi suñ ñun la il faut ñu wax fact boy yow Gambia foofu noonu dama laaj la yow Gambia soo waxee président kan moo dee lead ban moo dee nekk second bro man yow laa laaj loolu noonu sànni kara su amee si Gambia boobu noonu ñan ñoo dee nekk second wala ngeen dem député side bi yow ñoo xamante ne amuñ député sax amuñ dara sax ñu ngi wan ne waaw ñun suñu leen bëggee join booy da ngeen daxal seen jiite bi booy loolu saaka la suñun man booy nañu waxante dëgg man bro fii dañoo wax dëgg Gambia dem PP muy MPP muy yeneen parti nag bu mu bëggee doxal nii nañ seetaan suñu bëggee form coalition without no UDP nañ dem nañ ko gis booy il faut ñu war right man bro Gambia ñun dañ soona booy nañ ñu yërëm booy ku jóg rek booy mu ne moom dafa ñoo créer parti pour on interest am booy ñi daan am place Congo lay bélo banko kam booy den xiif si poste yu gaay war a liggéey booy ñun nañ ñu yërëm booy Gambia dañ soona booy bro na ñoo ñu booloo booy ñu nekk board party booy mu taxaw jénne ñu Gambia fu ñu nekka booy bro dañ soona man su ñëwee fii booy ñëwee mislead yi suñ raga yi booy ñu indi tribalisme suñ dëkka booy loo xamante ne amul benn njëriñ booy bro Gambia ñun ñëpp a ko bokka booy sa passeport xanaa dama fa dee binda Mandinka wala dama fa dee binda Socé wala dama fa dee binda Pël non Gambia leen fa dee binda booy waaye yow lan moo tax ñun dañu nekk si biir Gambia booy ñuy bugg a croplo suñ youth yi bugg a croplo suñ famille yi booy di wan ne waaw tribe sangam dafa la bañ su taxaw fi tribe sang loolu dañu war a bàyyi yooyu noonu boy ñu gis Gambia boy bro man Essa Faye sax su ma mënoon a wax ak moom sax nañoo join pa bi boy mu indi police am boy mu toog boy billahi wallahi taala su defee loolu boy ñu xam ne boy Gambia la gis ak yeneen waaye yow nga am sa 5 nit wala yow nga bëgg a place dama la ne benn affaire nag UDP nag ku fa dugal nga ne ku fa ñëw UDP nga gis Gambia moo tax nga gis ko Gambia moo tax nga ñëw UDP dim fa yàgga waaye su nekkee yow da nga ñëw UDP pour ngir lan uti place billahi wallahi taala parti boobu doo fa yàgga parce que parti boobu noonu nekkul ne yow da ngaa ñëw pour uti place nit yi ñooy tànn njoo la waaye doo la ñu mun a forcer benn nit boo xamante ne moom moo ñëw jiite.
ok maanaam sorry de dafa am dama doon wax ak benn customer fii moo tax mënu ma woon a ubbi suma mic bi man dafa am lu ma la bëgg a laajaat right bala ngaa daaneel.
waaw
mooy 2016 bi gars yi ootee ne the final call is to come together moom mooy mun a save ñi nga xam ne tey ñooy détenus yi ñi nga xam ne tey ñoom ñoo ci ñàkk seen bakken ak réforme ak liñ bëgg a isi waatee Gambia back right.
waaw.
When you reach Alaji Usainu Dabo in the prison, according to the news, I wasn't there. I just had the information.
Okay.
So information bi mune. Alaji Usainu Dabo biñ ko fekkee ci fi nga xam ni moom moo nekkoon ci prison bi.
Waaw.
Bokk na ci ay kàddoom mu ne leen tànn leen Aïssatou Touré. But because of time boobu noonu, he was the flag bearer, if I'm not mistaken. Mu ne leen tànn leen Aïssatou Touré.
Wow.
Bim ne United Democratic Party tànn leen Aïssatou Touré gars yi ñu ne United Democratic Party ñu ne dañoo dem through re-election and bring a candidate and United Democratic Party brought Adama Barrow. So being in the Adama Barrow, United Democratic Party voted Adama Barrow as their flag bearer.
That was wrong, brother. That was wrong. That was wrong. Let me correct you there.
No, hold on.
Let me correct you there. I'm here for a long time, but I just want to correct you from that point.
Yes. Thank you. So they did not vote for Adama Barrow. They just they just elect Adama Barrow, right?
I'm not telling you that.
What is wrong then?
What I've just said. We said when these people went to meet Dabo at the precinct. Dabo told them that anyway, you can take Aïssatou Touré. That was true. Aïssatou Touré was the one he endorsed.
That's what I said.
The response from UDP was not that, no, we are not going to do that. Wasn't that? They said Aïssatou Touré is not bona fide member of UDP. They cannot select her.
So that was what United Democratic Party
said. This was the reason. Yeah, that was the correct answer from Ahmed. That's what you got
thank you for rectifying me on that side. But harder. Legi Jadus, man laaj because the question I dedicated to you.
Yeah.
Alaji Usainu Dabo knows very, very well ni Aïssatou Touré. Mo gëna xam political party bi ni Aïssatou Touré is not part of United Democratic Party, right or wrong?
Yeah.
Yes. Alaji Usainu Dabo as the leader bi nga xam ni mom la United Democratic Party yaakaar oluko joko sen kaddu joko sen everything jiital ko kooku noonu su toogee ci président bi gis nit koo xam ne bokkut ci moom mu jiital ko dina la jàngal ne la man xam nga loolu lan la ma jàngal mooy Alhaji Usainu Dabo.
Okay, now I can still correct you on that point too because maybe you are just talking of hearsay.
No, xam nga li ma la bëgg a wax soo ma bàyyiwul ma daaneel.
I know where you are going to. You are just
then you know where
to that information.
That's fine.
You are not privy to that information. The reason why Alhaji Usainu Dabo, I'm a finger point to that lady because when Jammeh brought that constitution name more than that age limit, since then, before even going to the prison, he told them anyway, I may not contest, but we can see. We have very, good people within us that can lead, and we also have Aïssatou Touré, and she's planning to join us. If it's possible, we can see and choose the best candidate. This was what he told them. If you are not privy to that information.
Legi man dama buga bro fita tam tontu ci lolou nonou fita parce que fita mu ci underground bi dafa yaga ci UDP xam.
Waaw léegi may na ñun ñu wax rek ñu daaneel suñu wax bi rek ñu wàcca bi ko crédit Gambie dafa seer yaa euro moom
fita yi kay parato ko
ana sanga ok maa ngi nuyu ñëpp maa ngi nuyu Philip xelam bi dafa màcc torop si lu mu dee wax yeneen saa yi nga jël si waxam yi xam-xam so da ko dee base si something waaye man nag suma directive ndee demee mooy ñun we are United Democratic member.
Filter.
ñun
Filter ni jita yela number text nyana yama ngesa credit nga fenke yama yela number text nyana TikTok yama.
Okay, may okay. Understand. So da nga gis na léegi man suma wax bi fu mu dee dem mooy not about Sobeya or yeneen party or yeneen political party, something like that. Ñun Gambian yu fi nekk weesu neen foofu. The solution should be how to remove Adama Barrow. For now, the best solution we should think about. Man, you just like this rampant TikTokers sing hamne danje neka dua without making any sense. Because they also had a change. Réew mi pour ñu ñëpp Gambien ni nekk fii pour ñu am jàmm pour Adama Barrow lu nga xam ne moo nekk di dox comme jàngakate ni nga ko investigation ne lii la def corruption ñoo nekk di daw dëkk bi dafa nekk in a funny situation fo naa yow soo ëggee si social media war ngaa wax leneen lu moya political party bu nga xam ne mu ngi establish for 30 good years nga bëgg a wax pour ko ku change leadership am bi pour yow nga toog man dama lay déglu ñooñu because dama lay gis ñooñu those people they don't even love themselves because soo bëggee sa bopp da nga war a bëgg sa réew da nga bëgg wa sa doomi réew da nga coono bu sa doomi réew am yeneen différence yi nga fàtte yëpp waaye xam nga man lu ma day gis mooy yeneen nit yi duma political party duma leen dee blame because ñoom seen leaders yi ñi nga xam ne seen followers ñi nga xam ne intellectual yi nga xam ne ñoo nekk seen political fii ko si ñooñu duñ dee doo si debate yu mel noonu waaye ñu nga xam ne ñi fi ñafar na tey ñu ngi flip flop tey fii la ñuy support ila ñu ne Sobeya la ñuy support gannaaw ila ñu ne UDP la ñuy support gannaaw waate ila ñu ne doy la ñuy support gannaaw waate man duma dee tontu ñooñu because ñoo those people they don't have anywhere to stand te loolu ñu bëri ñu ko dee def mooy they are NPP supporters ñoo dee ñëw pour distract di def seen boppa wéeru seen boppa Sobeya or wéeru seen boppa doy or just to distract naka lay mën a defee ko proper coalition pour Adama Barrow jóge ko fi because ñoom dañ xam they learn a lesson ne proper coalition can remove Adama Barrow here because ñoom loolu lañ juboo loolu tax ñu ngi sabaj even Asis Barrow ku doon wax noonu xam nga balak ngeen ko dee wax NPP la nekka Paul la man xam naa ko bu baax so kon moom lu mu wax yëpp bésu ko waaye mu ngi bëgg a seet loolu tax mu ne support ma fenn wax ko dëgg ko mu ngi NPP xam nga lu ma mel xam nga dafa am yu bëri ni xamante ne Gambie dafa tuuti waaye nevertheless kilifa yi nekk si dëkk bi fii ñu nga xam ne peuple fii go lañ people like ñoo Essa Faal ñoo Halifa Sallah ñoo Mama Kandeh ñooñu ñu ngi waxtaan tu xam naa dinañ solution because tey soo ko seetee dafa am political party yu bëri taxaw nañ feeñu neen paa bi am na ñu nga xam ne already dem nañ si paa bi waxtaan nañu paa bi te ñoom xam nañ la ñu def te loolu is on the carpet mu ngi toog recently Buba Bojang fa naa moom parti la am waaye kooku moom join na United Democratic Party recently am na ku ñëw ku nga xam ne political party la fa moom tam join na paa bi endorse na paa bi on a sang tu guide nañu te da ngaa gis ne loolu sa fa baax da ngaa gis ne balaa ñu dem si élection bi ñu bëri dañ endorse paa bi léegi dañ suñu endorse paa bi then people like ñoo Essa Faal ñoom Halifa Sallah they will sit and see the interest of the Gambian people the suffering they are making comme ñoom lu ñu dee wax fokkee is real ñu mun a make a change for now loolu moo gën a important di nga man ñu lay wax comme Ousainou Darboe is not a winning candidate Ousainou Darboe warta lead a coalition Ousainou Darboe warta defin ñooñu dañ am benn ingredient between them and Ousainou Darboe and they don't know Ousainou Darboe who is Ousainou Darboe waaye ku xam Ousainou Darboe the capacity lu mu am the stuff lu mu amee xool mu amal Gambia because ku toog Gambia sacrifice sa bopp rek Gambia pour nga dee ñoo oncle Ousainou ñoo oncle Halifa noonu lañ def dañ sacrifice pour ñu dee si biir réew mi waaye musuñu ta fay air ticket pour ñu dem toog Europe pour interest of the Gambia ñoom loolu lañ seet ne ñeen dee Gambia am interest kon kooku fo naa yow loo ko bañ soo bañee xacca waaye bu ñam bu weex bi war nga koo mën a bugal loolu war nga koo mën a nangul loolu noonu den winning kan mooy winning candidate man depuis Gambia sosoo ba léegi ñu nekk xale bu tuuti a ñëw opposition musta win incumbent ci bi time Jawara opposition musu ko win possible opposition ñu ne kii opposition party bi moo win incumbent bi musta am 2016 la am to Adama Barrow nekku ne opposition party moo ko win loo incumbent all the political party ñoo form ñu win incumbent kon tey kan mooy winning candidate fii and even Adama Barrow is not a winning candidate because ñaata party ñoo ko fal pour mu nekk président fo naa Gambie ni duñ dee laan that history wala sang waaye dañ dee toog winning candidate yi am na ñoo xam ne demuñ school xamuñ li winning candidate lu nekkul winning candidate because ku nga xam ne about 200 people ñu ngi toog si kawam exactly ko that man can win any time si am tuuti lu yokk si kawam rek mun naa win lu tuuti lu yokk si kawam noonu moom la ñu bëgg a dajale
kooku sax mooy winning candidate Darboe mooy winning candidate apart from president moom moo dee ñëw second kon moom mooy winning candidate
exactly man ko non dama wàcc ñu nga xam ne xamuñ ko xam nga dafa am ñu nga xam ne dafa bëgg a am clear air bi fii ñun tey ñun opposition yi waruñ ta attaquante di nga comme Flip lu mu wax ne Lord Flip lu mu wax ni loolu mooy digga bi nga ñun opposition yi dañu war a buggante te ñun opposition is right time pour ñu génne fokk ñun lu ñu wax mu ngi si ñun xam nga lu tax ñu bëri tey ñu ngi nekk NPP du ñu ree lu tax dañu dee wax if ñun ñu nekk Gambie fii dañu wax yéen ngeen ne ñun coono buñ nekk da ngeen ñu bëgg génne waaye lu tax ngeen a xuloo yéen neen xam nga dafa daw yaram loolu moo daw yaram foofu noonu contexte boobu Gambie ne dee wax yun man internet du ma dee def on the ground lu nekk du wax digga ñun bëgg nañ change waaye lu tax opposition yi du attaquante media social media lu tax opposition yi du attaque Ousseynou Dabo léegi Ousseynou Dabo what is the essence of Ousseynou Dabo parti am la am ñeneen parti lañ am lan lañ fi wax mooy lan moo nekk contexte bi fii mooy na parti yooyu joxante loxo bang ñu génnee fi Adama Barrow fo naa loolu is very simple waaye yow tey nga bàyyi parti pour sa parti nga naka nga ko réguler pour mu def coalition na UDP tam ñu ngi try naka lañ mën a réguler coalition pour mu taxaw fo naa yow xelaat boobu noonu yow soo amul xelaat pour wax nga waaye nga noppi nga bàyyi borom xele yi ñu jàng yi ñu toog naka lañ mën a defee coalition ñu dem waa ji nga wax yi bëri yi nii moo tax even Ousseynou sax mu joxee déclaration boobu noonu because daf dee déglu nit la daf dee déglu nitam itam ñu ngi social media executive members yëpp ñu ngi social media ñu ngi déglu ten instead of winning candidate suñ ko defee coalition bi tam duñ ko sànnil lañ ko dem sànnil fale on a sang is better mu ne la nag kon fine fookee concept bu nga xam ne ñeneen parti yi loolu lañ am su man on a sang waaye not ma góorgóor gaa suma parti lu ma yàlla may ma jël fo naa loolu tam right tam la kenn mënu koo condemn si loolu kon the best solution is gis naa ne fan yi Sénégal Beach Hotel suñ executive yaa ngi def meeting naka la ñu mën a defee coalition pour mën a génne lifin bi waaye soo ñëwee man dem naa interview benn executive member pour loot tam mën a xam mooy Buuba Bojang naa wax turam tu dafa wax ne anytime ma ubbi suma plateforme bi ku ko bëgg a diboon si loolu mu wax ko ñoom dañ leen invite about this coalition recent coalition bu nga xam ne mu ngi dem ni waaye ñoom wat daaw dem ñoom dañ dem fekka that coalition talk bi yëpp gars yi sa tànnaan ñu war a tànn yëpp ñi nga xam ne ñoo war a jiite ñu war a nekk cabinet everything gars yi tànn ko teg ko so ñoom gis ne kon this coalition talk amuñ njëriñ pour ñu war a ñëw ñu bokk si because already these people they already formed what they needed kon that's mean these people they just want to engage us but they don't need us xam nga kon so loo nga ñoom tam ñu hold on demaguñ into deep of it waaye moom that story man xam naa tey maa ngi post sax suma post bi soo leen demee maa ngi interview bi ma def Buuba Bojang maa ngi ko def just lifin daf ko commencé rek waaye dinaa ko def suma YouTube bi moo interview bi pour ñu dem déglu ko moom la ne because moom teewoon na foofu waaye moom bokk United Democratic Party dafa endorse United Democratic Party kon moom tey si endorse di boo nekk member of United Democratic boo United Democratic óolu ko yónni ko foofu noonu si coalition talk boobu noonu moom mu suwaa génne kàddu ba mu wax ko ak automatiquement man mun naa ko gëm man mu nekk Gambie fii te man maa ko dem jële interview waaye tey am na ñu nga xam ne duñ ko gëm nañu wax du dégg waaye ñoom ñi nga xam ne dem nañ fa ñoom mun nañ ko gëm ne dëgg la te loolu tam mooy def ni waaye ba léegi netin passé wul dara passé wul because first coalition sa toog mun naa xapun mu dem 2016 loolu maa xapun noonu first coalition gars yi nanguñ ta déggowuñ toon ba last minute fo naa Philippe sax wax na ko si biir waxam last minute la gars yi suga ñëw rek soog a déggoo rek mu dem lii tam mun naa dem xëccoo puulin fale seetewale may exéni mun nañ ko de waaye dañ ko génnee waaye mun naa dem ba si diggante bi rek déggoo am rek mu ne pap comme Philippe wax mooy dëgga te yow soo waxee lu bon Ousseynou Dabo lu bon Ousseynou Dabo fekkee yaa ngi support beneen parti Ousseynou Dabo ñëw yàlla def Ousseynou Dabo ñëw jiite coalition bi tey Ousseynou Dabo suivi ne yow looy wax fekkee yow sa kàddu jiitu na la loolu tax nit kàddu dafa war a rafet man suñ jëlee
te loolu is very important point bi nga wax nii because of tey su fekkee ne nga ne Ousseynou Dabo is not a winning candidate now example maa ngi APP Sobeya maa ngi wax loolu tey Essa Faal mi nga xam ne gëm naa programme ak agenda am te gëm naa ni mel ni mun naa liggéey dëkk bi mu gis ni toog nañ waxtaan nañ ñu ne alaaji keroog lii lañ doon di wax ci plateforme en gars yi ñu ne ñun APP Sobeya léegi UDP daf ñu jënda but they don't understand man li ñu war a wax yëpp wax Gambien si yëpp ne leen mistake si yëpp teg nañ ko ci table bi we have less than a year boo xam ni ñun political party supporters yi or members yi dee tase ci kaw plateforme si ñoo war a waxtaan for a reasonable thing boo xam ne Alaaji Ousseynou Dabo su jiite nekk président ñoom Essa liggéey ñoom lawyer Halifa Sallah liggéey loolu Gambia will go su fekkee Halifa Sallah la exactly Gambia will go su fekkee Essa la Gambia will go but Halifa fu mu toog lawyer Dabo fu mu toog Essa fu mu toog duñ tànnal leader bu mel ni Adama Barrow again bro man I believe that
No, that's true.
I believe it, man. You know?
Wow, that's true. Mistake boobu lañ bañ mu dal waaye man lu ma dee wax si nit yi rek mooy man amee United Democratic Party member waaye kuñ mënut a waxtaanaat because man dama déglu benn contexte yi Ousseynou Dabo bu mu wax Kër Fatou fo naa nit yi bàyyi si xel mu ne Adama Barrow will go 2026 weda moom moo ko génne o keneen moo ko génne he will go to 2026
waaye man nag foofu laa ceeñee suma maan ci lu bari de du ma la wax fen de
exactly
dama dee déglu daat ci noonu man bi mu waxee loolu xam nga man maa daan toog Gambia ma ne Gambia ne leen Alhaji Ousseynou Dabo doesn't disagree with the 3 years jotna, but he is in government. He is saving the constitution.
Exactly.
This is why he was talking based on the constitution. but xam nga Gambia moom dañ dee dégg teel rek na toj na moo tax bi ma déggee kàddoom mu ne man gëma yàgg a gëm ni Adama Barrow will go 2026 man dama ko believe so a leader come to me leader bi nga xam ne supporters mi dañoo ñëw naan Allah ñoo kan moo taxaw mu ne with or without him Adama Barrow will go
exactly
ma ci laa saane suma weapons yëpp ma oote togetherness you know
waaw loolu mooy Philip loolu mooy problème yi leadership ji nga leadership moom soo fa nekkee bul dee xëccal sa boppa waaye dafa am ñi nga xam ne duñ dee déglu alaaji ba pare alaaji Ousseynou boo boo bugg a wax si alaaji Ousseynou fanaa soo doo déglu nit ki doo mun a wax si moom waaye da nga koo déglu lu mu wax nga mun a wax si moom nga mun a taxaw in a good point fii la dee gars yi du amee problème a ñun da nga day ñëw rek attaque leader jàmbur without yow teguloo ko si benn mérite teguloo ko fenn yow because mu neex la rek internet la kenn gisit ma man maa ngi koobarob léegi war naa wax lu nekk non yow tey so am na nooy xañee alaaji Ousseynou ji nga suñ bàyyi xel tuuti si gannaaw nii la gars yi defoon Ablaye Wade Sénégal yi amul saaga buñ saaga Ablaye Wade ba du ko waxee sandel bi amul kawar doo fi mun a jiite lu nekk ñu def ko waaye tey Ablaye Wade ba mu ñëwee tey ñu mel ni ñu for ko mel ni ku ko woona xam nga
monument bi nga xam ne Ablaye Wade daf ko tabax ba gars yi bugg a ñëw toj kiram bugg a ñëw génne ko ci leadership bi by force monument boobu noonu bokk na ci income yi moo jox Sénégal nobody knows how much money it is
exactly
I know what you're saying
loolu moo nekk problème waaye soo nekk soo doon participer si politique Gambia rek waaye ñun Gambian yi moom fu ñu nekk nii du ma wax fenn de Gambian yi ñoom fu ñu nekk nii moom without coalition or coalition gars disagree wu ñun booy den sës billahi booy den sës man booy loolu lañ ma wax dañu la sës ñun dañ noppi rek du leen seetaan waaye dañ sës ñun dañu sëy political party bu gën a génne crowd ñu toppala saa génn fi ko dañ oversona ñoom loolu lañ dee wax ñun seetuñ ci benn parti da leen ni yoon ne léegi duñu tam nañ sona kenn duñu mun a naxaat ne parti bi baaxul kii tribalism la de kenn duñu mun a naxaat loolu léegi kii moom na dem because moom mu fi nekk mu ngi emphasize tribalism moom su boppam respect good youth si ba pare defu dara si dëkk bi nga xam ne fii dëkk baa ngi sona so kon ñooñu duñ mun a waxaat dara léegi youth saa ngi conscious ñu ngi tal lu ñu def kon da ngaa gis ne many new era of politics ngay gis 2026 man maa la ko wax new era of politics 2026 te soo ko seetee da daanaka mi sax commencé nan soo gisee Barrow muy wax ne moom dafaa dem 7 to 8 to na Ousainou Darboe pare because moom xam na ne stratégie bu nga xam ne doomi Gambien yi gën eni nañ ko waaye te loolu tax ñoom tam seen militant yi ñu rax suñ biir loolu tax dañu war a moytu ñun opposition yi ñoom seen militant yi yaa rax suñ biir du def seen boppa ne soobee yaa leen du def seen boppa ne doye leen du def seen boppa lifin leen ñuy kiri kàcco beneen parti bi pour kios mun a ñëw ay xëccoo mun a ñëw pour li naa lifin ñuy xuloo si internet bi mu tar pour ñoom ñu mun a am seen lu ngeen am because game of politics la to ñun dañ war a moytu loolu understand game of politics la ñun dañ war a mun a moytu loolu waaye maa ngi leen a gërëm du leen santa man maa ngi dem ngum because fu ma nekk nii maa ngi job waaye fa ma dugg rek ma setal li waaye Philip yow sax xam-xam màcc na yow moom keep it up ngay wax si internet bi nit yi dinañ la déglu because lu ngay wax dëgg-dëgg yaa ngi wax xel understand nga yaa ngi ko wax underline soo dee yaa ngaa support ñaawa ñaa waaye lii mooy réalistique lii la Gambie ni soxla lii lañu war a wax bi lañ war a teg nit kenn ay parti ko la fale ñu war gis Gambie bi defar Gambie bi comme suñu parti lii day ni ñu ko santé xanaa lii moo gën a bu interesting si réew mi kon jërë ngeen jëf boo beneen yoon
jërëjëf Fita man fii laa ñëwee rek di leen nuyu yéen ñëpp di leen wax ne leen Gambia right now ni daf ñu soxla te nim ñu soxlaa mooy ñu understand one thing mooy tey suma parti leader daf ko dee wax mu ne moom he believe in coalition but coalition bi nga xam ne tey dafay save Gambia not coalition bi nga xam ne dafay save an individual and yaakaar naa ni tey coalition bi nga xam ne tey moom la kilifa yi di toog di ko waxtaanee li ma ñaan yàlla rek mooy na doy bàyyi li ñoo def yëpp ñoom tamit ñëw déglu waxtaan la su fekkee ne waxtaan wi you see the interest of the Gambia and you see the interest of what you are fighting which is your political agenda then let us come and talk because man tey coalition bi ma dee yaanin for all the time li ma dee wax rek mooy coalition boo xam ne bëgg naa cee gis Ousainou Darboe liggéey bëgg naa cee gis Halifa Sallah liggéey bëgg naa cee gis Essa Faal liggéey ci bëgg naa cee gis Mama Kandeh Marisol and all these leaders yi nga xam ne tey xam nañ ne ñun Gambie yëpp xam nañ ne ñi ñëpp am nañ xam-xam te ñi ñëpp jàng nañ te ñi ñëpp tey kenn du ci jël leadership boo xam ne tey da ngaa enrich sa bopp because tey liñ war a liggéey pour seen njaboot gi liggéeyal nañ ko seen njaboot gi bépp nekku dañoo ñëw foofu am ay doom yu ndaw oo dañoo ñëw foofu am ay mbokk yoo xam ne oo dañoo ñëw foofu noonu just for greedy power boo xam ne is just to enrich themselves no Adama Barrow lim yaaxa ci réewi Gambia is too much dafa yaaxa mentality si ak mindset si ba pare dafa gën a féewale Gambian si
xam nga man Gambian si duñu xam ne Adama Barrow dafa yaaxa dëkk bi ba mu génn si génnee la ñooy
non gaa xam nañ ko dañoo dof doflu rek gaa xam nañ ko may bilaay dañoo dof doflu No, xam nga lu tax ma ne la gaa xam nañ ko. Imaginal may dama laa wax one thing keroog dafa am benn plateforme bu ma déglu. Benn waay xam naa ci Adama Barrow la moo liggéey waaye mu ngi Amérique mu ne. Ay brother mu ne Gambia ñoo amee the best electricity Gambia ñoo amee the best road network Gambia ñu moo raw Sénégal. na Gambians si understand one thing mooy nañ génne si suñ mind si ak si suñ mentality boo xam ni tey this is not a winning candidate or this is not the guy to lead. The guy and the winning candidate mooy ki nga xam ni tey dafa ñëw save the Gambia, save the country and move that country into level A to Z. And I believe me man 100% ni ma biram on the agenda of APP Sobeya. Ni ma gome ni ESA can be that leader and can change that. Nonu la gome when these people come together and they form and voted Alhaji Ousainou Darboe, man I believe ni Alhaji Ousainou Darboe can give results to that country. He can be a good ruler. I believe ni suñ come together, Halifa Sallah lead that, Halifa Sallah will be a good leader. So lima wa Gambian si rek moy, nañ be very very careful about how we talk. Man su kii leader duma vote. Then you don't want that changes. Look, bon. The government of all these people that I mentioned is way better than, and we're going to be better than the government of King Hamni Mofa Nekatay. Because Adama Barrow is a government of disappointment, is a government of disgrace, is a government of disrespect, is a government of disloyalty. Because Adama Barrow, film dekadame moral si Gambian si moy. Because binko 3 years mu warona watch respect. Linga hamni mo moy agreement. He don't do it. Mu ñëwaat tey Gambian si mayat ko another chance pour mu produce. He cannot produce nothing. So Adama Barrow moom moo waroon a am li nga xam ne moom mooy morals and integrity bu nga xam ne moom la waroon a dese ci boppam mu ne Gambian si day dëgg xëccoo naa ak yéen bi 3 years jotee yéen Gambian si tey ngeen defal ma loo leen defalul kenn mooy ngeen votaat ma in with numerous numbers yoo xam ni nobody have ever had it in that country. Tey man maa war a delloo njukkal li nga xam ne bokkoon na ci reforms yi nga xam ne moom lañ tegoon pour li nga xam ne moom mooy defar Gambia muy term limit man Adama Barrow def naa suma ñaari mandate dama wàcca jox political party leader sangam NPP foofu la NPP existe ni NPP di strong but moom li moo wax ni partem bi is too young moo tax muy taxawaat loolu dafay rey partem bi APRC yaa ngi nii parti bu yàgga leadership bu yàgga moo tax partem baa ngi tasaaroo waaye tey soo ñëwee toog 2 mandates yaa ngi am ñeneen ñoo xam ne yéen yaa ngi leen a form ci biir ñooñu tey kooku ñëw nekkaat a flag bearer tey dëkk bi foog naa ni all these political party will exist but tey soo gisee lanata political party yi ni yëpp suñ toogee leadership they don't exist anymore or they are low whatever mooy ñi nga xam ne tey mooy liñ yàgg a toog in power over abuse power and overuse power du la jox benn njëriñ lu dul tey bànneex bi nga xam ne ci naxar la moo mujjee mooy Adama Barrow knows that fi mu yóbbu Gambia expecting ko woon ci li nga xam ne tey moom mooy disappointment Gambia right now ni waroon naa toll ci level boo xam ne we're not going to be sitting out here and complain about the healthcare system we're not going to be sitting out here and complain about education we're not going to be sitting out here and complain about jobs and infrastructure yoo xam ne tey dina mën a suxali suñu réew. But we are sitting here complaining all these things because the government failed us. Over 17 billion US dollars. More duga ci biir réewi Gambia. Do you know how many hundreds of billions of dollars is that is? Adama Barrow nañu lim liggéeyal Gambia yëpp is not even $2 billion. At infrastructure develop Gambia yëpp is not even $2 billion. So where is the rest of the billions yi nga xam ne tey Adama Barrow joxoon nañ ko pour dara lu mooy pour mu liggéey réew mi? Lan moo tax Ministry of Health su nekkul di def liggéeyam Adama Barrow du ko daaxate moo ko fa fal lan moo tax all these ministers and all these government workers are not doing their job and they still in there eating our taxpayers money and tey di def Gambia di dawal suñ ay moto di ci dugal ay $9,000 to $10,000 every day just to fuel your car and you cannot give the people what they need and Gambian people are sitting down here ne ñoom dañ sonna dañ bugg Adama Barrow dem waaye ñoom gisuñ kuñ mun a jiital that is the biggest joke hypocrisy bi nekk Gambia moo war a jeex ñun moo tax man as a patriot su ma dee wax nobody if you look at what I'm saying o nga bëgg maa jooj tey ci ni ma mel yow da ngaa réew parce que man Gambia laay toppa fu njëriñi Gambia nekk rek man foofu laay dem toppuma nit man toppuma doomi aadama njëriñi Gambia su fekkee ni mu ngi ci coalition I will vote for that coalition njëriñi Gambia su fekkee mu ngi nekk ci benn individual party I will vote for that individual party despite the fact ni I believe on their program and agenda su fekkee ni there is another program boo xam ne moo gën a nekk njëriñi Gambia than the political party I believe I will go for that program bi nga xam ne moom mooy njëriñ Gambia nañ leen gis li njëriñ Gambia dan li njëriñ individuals lii moo tax Adama Barrow mënut a génn ci réew moomu parce que luy njëriñ Adama Barrow rek la gars yi di dox suba ngoon gu dégg bëccëg false information yoo xam ne tey is not existing fanciful information yoo xam ne is not existing in that country the president doesn't have no respect for the people moo tax tey muy mun a toog di face Gambians yi nga xam ne they are intellectual they are intelligent they are smart en nga leen a toog di leen wax ni dëkk bi mu ngi mel ni dëkk bële te suufi dëkk bële sax moo gën a set këri dëkk bi so tey Gambians yi what are you guys waiting for pour ngeen génne li ngeen xam ne tey yéen a ko moom Adama Barrow moomu dëkk bi the people of that country ñoo moom dëkk bi Adama Barrow 2026 man I have been believing this either election or no election Adama Barrow gonna be out Adama Barrow will not be the president of the Republic of the Gambia 2026 airport bi nga xam ne tey Gambians yaa ngi fay $20 20 pounds 20 euros $1,000 is every day xaalis boobu noonu report biñ mujjee def was 2022 which was $880 million yi nga xam ne generate nañ ko foofu where is all those money going to and this money are not even recorded in the GDP so tey ana xaalis yi Gambians yi li ngeen war a laaj seen boppa mooy fan ngeen bugg a yéen ndaw yi ngeen dem ëllëg in the next 5 years do you guys still want to go to this sea da ngeen bugg a nekk di nekk ay mandoori di toog ci koñ bi di pon suba ngoon guddeeg bëccëg naan dëkk bi neexut te ngeen mun a neexal dëkk bi ngeen war a mun a génn massively vote Adama Barrow out o ngeen génn massively ne Adama Barrow no third term to Adama Barrow despite the fact ni any political leader or any political party boo nekk loolu noonu du soppi dara dafay soppi li nga xam ne tey moom mooy gis-gisi Gambia and if we still tey ñuy toog di push these leaders and the bowing down on these leaders and the asking favors for these leaders as if these leaders own our life or as if these leaders are giving us our own money or we are begging them to give us the money that we work for as a Gambian man then mënatuma understand Gambian people bi lan la bëgga I don't have no problem with NPP but I have a big problem with their leader which is Adama Barrow because Adama Barrow have to go Adama Barrow have to go either the right way or the wrong way, but Adama Barrow have to go. I do not care about what people say, how people say it, how people judge me, but I don't care. Dëkk bi dafa am démocratie, te dëkk bi constitution moo ko doxal, te dëkk bi constitution boobu noonu nit ñi la ëmb te nit ñee tax constitution boobu taxaw. Constitution bi nit ñee ko ëpp doole. Su nit ñi génnee, either you vote Adama Barrow out or you génn massively on the roads ne Adama Barrow we don't need you. 2 mandates by and force. Coalition 2016, at least am nañ benn way boo xam ne they got victory by changing the leader the other victory mooy na nit ñi génn ne leen reform si 2 years daf ci bokkoon 2 mandates daf ci bokkoon sorry 2 times yi jeex na wàcca man this is what I believe nañ leen bàyyi léegi nañ leen bàyyi di xastante ñun politique ñun opposition bi because it will not help us Fita wax na ko fi léegi te loolu mooy dëgg there are all these leaders yi nga xam ne tey ñoom ñooy ñëw ci biir dëkk boobu noonu or all these political parties yi nga xam ne tey they are supporting NPP ñëw dina wax ni gisuñ kenn or kenn mënut a yóbbu dëkk bi there are leaders all these leaders that we have in that country there are good leaders that can take the country forward let us focus na Gambian people be focused na Gambian people be focused because their country is sinking our country is sinking Gambia mu ngi suux te ñun ñoo ko mën a soxali te dañ ko soxali 2026 man ma daaneel foofu suma kaddu gaa ko mun ngaa ñëw ak yu kay di la jaajëfal saa su nekk di la wax ne xeex bi booy ñu ngi ci de ñu ngi ci xeex bi de te yow bul daw bul xaadi ñun ñëpp la 2026 moom ay dama téye sama loxo ma ak ci kaw am na ñoo xam ne sax dañ naan ma keroog am na benn MPP bu ma fekk ci live na ma yow fa Bakary yow ma ne ko bro du ma faam dam dee tase ci live yi fam ma ko xam naa tànga naa waaye faam sama gën wa jërëjëf waay bro
jërëjëf waa great things you all jërëjëf bañ dajewaat inshallah waaw ñu am